Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to what is this? Wednesday nights messages of love from above. Excited to see what messages are going to be coming through, and hope everyone had a great Monday and Tuesday. It was busy, 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 flew by, and here we are. So I am excited. Before we get started into the readings, though, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, whether you're watching live right now or on replay, we can join together and send love out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And just let that love flow down into our hearts, fill us up, and flow out to the world. Just covering the entire planet in a giant bubble of love, touching every heart, sparking it higher and higher and higher. Higher love, higher vibration, seeing capital T truths and setting people free from their fears. And if you yourself are in need of love this evening for your own mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one who's in need, for a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now, encompassing you. Just take it in like a giant sponge. And if it's for a loved one, just take it and let it flow through you and to the person as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that. And before we get into the readings, of course, I always like to make sure everyone knows that every Monday I do have a giveaway. Tuesdays, I'll put out like a video announcing what I'm giving away, how to get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. This is the video for this coming Monday, which I'll be giving away a 30-minute personal recorded reading. Also, right now, if you are not wanting to wait, actually, I'm having a crazy Zen summer sale where I have 50% off my personal recorded readings as well as my hedges of peace and love. And here's the information on this. This is all included in the description box of the video if you want to check those out as well. But that's how you can do that. And that's through the end of July. So now is the time with them being half off, right? Right. And then also each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. This week's was about how you can transform your sadness. And I really like these. I feel like there's going to be a few um, videos on here on transforming some specific lower vibrational emotional energies into things that are higher. And there's nothing wrong with it. They talk about in the video in the intro about we come here to experience the lower vibrational emotions, but when we're ready to feel something differently, we can. But there's no right or wrong. There's just like, I'm bored of that. I'm ready to transform those. So I like those. And then also, I started a new series about 4 weeks ago because we have 4 episodes called Take 10 with Zen, which is all about 10 minutes or less talking about how we can connect with spirit, how we can connect and understand ourselves more. And I also answer questions for my subscribers. So I just recorded episode 5 today. We're talking about fates still for a couple more of these videos. But the first week was, I think, like dimensions, and then the second week was spirit guides. The third week was Is Love Real, which got into some interesting vibrational discussions. And then this one is Does Fate Exist? That was last Friday's. And then this one is going to be about what influences or impacts fate. So I like them. So if you're interested, those are all free. So check them out. And I think that was everything I wanted to talk about here. Let me just move my coffee out of the way. All right. And I think those are all done there. So let me just take a quick screenshot here while I, oops, let me just expand this a little more so I can get more in here. Um, I haven't had any problems with chat disappearing for several days, but until I feel comfortable, I'm still going to screenshot it. I worked in IT for a while. I managed in IT, I should say. And so I learned not to trust technology. All right. So let's do the pop out chat here and we will get into the readings. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. We've got a great soul family here and a lot of people with huge hearts and great senses of humor. And that is important, right? So we will scooch this around here. Now, how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And so I just go down there. If you put your question out there, then I just will get to it as I go down the list. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want, and that is what we'll pull cards for. Um, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I will prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well, and then return back to the free readings and go in order, first come, first serve. I'm usually on for a couple hours, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want yours prioritized, all you have to do is uh, make a donation either by the super chat at the very bottom of the list, also in the pinned comment and the description box of the video down below. I have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square, and you can make a donation on any of those. I don't have a set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet. So, whatever you're able to give, I honor that. And that's how it works. So, boom, 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 boom. That is how we go about it. So, I do have a couple of donations that we'll start with here. I'm going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot and the Light Seers Tarot. So, thank you, Tim, for your donation. It'll be up first. You don't have the patience to wait. I hear you. I understand. And then, Cambria, I do have your Cash App, so you'll be up next after that. You're so funny, Tim. Come on. So, Tim is up first here. All right. And let's see here. There you go. Hello, hello. So, can you get a reading on the next year in career and work? All right. And thank you so much for your donation. And we're going to start off with the Naked Heart Tarot. So, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your upcoming year with career and work? All right. What else? Thank you guys all for being here. I hope you had a couple days beginning of the week having many blessings. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, okay. Well, I like this for you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So next year is going to be looking pretty nice for you over this next year. Not like next year, but the next, fiscal year, from year to year, from this moment a year forward. I like it. And let me just put these in order how they came out here so I can tell you the story. So you've got the Innocence of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, which does talk about new passion, new desire, new energy that comes in. So I feel like you do get this new inspiration as far as career and work on doing something new, doing something different, doing something that really makes you feel excited about career and work again. Because whatever it is, you have both the Sun card and the Wheel of Fortune. And these are two major arcana, which mean that's a significant abundance. Wheel of Fortune, obviously, whatever's unfolding, even your human side feels it is for you. Because really, everything that happens in life happens for us, but sometimes there's some stuff that happens that our human has a hard time getting on board with and saying, really, that is for me, But this tells us that even your human side agrees. So that's always a good sign. And the Sun card, one of the most victorious, I mean, two of the most victorious, fulfilling, abundant cards in the entire major arcana. So this next year is going to be amazing for you. I like this. There is this new spark that comes in here, and I feel like it has to do with returning back to some kind of almost like a childhood dream. It feels, but we've got the Heart of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, connection to the spirit world, understanding, what it is you truly want, where do you want to invest your energy, your time, and your direction. And the Nine of Pentacles is this independent type of feel in the outside world, but you have spirit here, which is a giant pink flamingo to you in this one. And this is about feeling independent, strong, without having a whole lot of other people influencing it. This is kind of like you are stepping out on your own and you have this desire, even if it's a type of your own business or something along those lines, you have the ability to really super focus your energy. And if you have any doubts on what it is or where I should go or anything like that, the Queen of Wands, especially with Spirit right next here, you know, they have a great connection. Wands can be like spiritual energy, and the Queen of Wands has um, also water, which allows them to connect to the higher realms. So if you trust in your gut and your instinct, if you have any questions about things, it's about connecting higher and going, all right, I know they won't meddle with your free will. So if of your own free will, you ask them to, you know, give you answers, give you directions, they will. But you just have to ask because they honor your free will. And here's a lot of ton of messages coming in from spirit, so they are available. They're all around you. You just kind of have to pick up on them. But it also, this is a lot of quick energy coming in. Six of Cups is like the nostalgia. This is where I feel like the childhood dream coming to fruition, something that you've always wanted to do since you were very young. This is this energy, this, you know, living a dream, having a dream come true. So there's a lot of abundance that comes in, a lot of energy that comes in when you're doing something that you love rather than living someone else's dream. So if you're waking up in the morning going, "Oh crap, I got to go live my dream today." Well, that's not your dream. That's someone else's. Um, you'll know when you're living your dream because you'll be so excited that you'll wake up extra early in the morning just before the alarm instead of hitting the snooze 10 times. You're just like, can't wait to get up and live instead of feeling like you're existing. The Six of Cups tells me too, Tim, that you might be coming into contact with someone from your past that helps. And if it's not someone from this past, then it has this feeling like you're bumping into someone that you've known in another lifetime. It just feels like I know you from somewhere, but you really don't know them in this lifetime. There's just this connection that's other lifetimey, otherworldly that comes into. So very exciting times, Tim, coming in here. So that is what they have for you right now. So thank you again for your donation. I'm excited for this next year. It's like you can't do wrong. It's like you're gonna have like a, you know, yeah, yeah, your grandpa, right? They're like, boom, you are very welcome. I'm excited for you. All right. And then, Cambria, you were up next. And let me see here. Did you already ask your question up above? Yeah, you did. So you would like a financial reading for the rest of July. It's been a struggle lately, constant setbacks. Okay, yeah, we can definitely take a look at that. And then, Brenda, you'll be up after that. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right. So, Cambria, let's take a look here and see what is a happening financially for the rest of July for you. And let's see what they want you to know about the struggle here. Okay. 22222. Okay. Let me just look at, oh, wow. Yeah, I see here. My goodness. My goodness, goodness gracious, I see here. So, yeah, and it's been moving slow like molasses, right? So we've got here what's happening. You have the Sage, which is card number 5 of the Hierophant in regular tarot. And there's this invitation for you. You're turning inward and upward, seeing things from a different perspective, from the capital T truths, which are allowing you to cut away these small T truths. The Eight of Swords is a great card to get because eight is about movement and flow. And so you're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel blinded and bounded and trapped. And so, this invitation to see things from a higher perspective, looking at all the fears, you have a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are here that have been repressing and keeping you from abundance. And it's all throughout these cards here. They just kind of reiterate over and over, and we'll get to an important little twist here in a sec. But the Hanged Man, again, slowness, transformation, kind of like a cocoon, but seeing things from a higher perspective. And here's the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card. A lot of things on our minds, a lot of dreaming, even nightmares. You wake up thinking about something, you go to sleep, having trouble sleeping, going to sleep because you have so much on your mind, a lot of fears about failure, fears of not having enough, fears of rejection, all that stuff that's in there, but it is happening. It's coming to the surface here for you so that you can transform it because, I mean, you got all these swords that came out, and they're all swords of, um, you know, the 3, the 7, and the 9 are all odd numbers, which are about conflict being brought to your face. So you have to face the disappointments, the fears that you're feeling, your own thoughts and beliefs that are deceiving you and have stolen from you in the past, and the nightmares, right? But the Eight of Swords, I like that they started off with that to show that you have been looking at it, you have been um, being faced with them and thinking about, why do I believe this? Why does this keep happening? Awareness coming in, and of course, you've got all this balancing happening. You've got the Temperance card, which another patience card, which everything is slowed down. All this stuff is, being brought forward to you so that you can find freedom, this final release in your life where you'll have floodgates of abundance to come towards you. And I mention that because of the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles normally is kind of like a balancing too. With combination of these two coming together is very synchronistic because the Six of Pentacles for me is this belief, which I actually talk about in the next Take 10 with Zen, which is the Six of Pentacles. When you are younger, 7 years old and younger, you are given this out of balance, right? The out of balance rate of exchange. And it's formulated when we're 7 years old or younger, when our emotional body is being created. And our little inner child, they are wanting love from one or two important people or more, but it's usually the parents are usual suspects. But we're wanting so much attention from them, and they have so little to give. Granted, parents, if any of you are parents, you're like, yeah, there's like, trying to work and have food and this and that and pay attention to all the children, make sure the house is clean, make sure there's food being prepared, make sure everyone's out of danger, maintaining friendships and family and blah blah blah. I mean, hardly any of your own time, right? So little children, though, during that time, they feel they're giving so much to get so little back that they get this out of balance, giving and receiving. So 1,000 love coins, we have to give and get one love coin back. And that's our rate of exchange. We have to overgive to receive so little. And that not knowing any better as children, we're like, well, I guess that's fair. And that seeps into our unconscious, our subconscious. And there is this energy that follows us because we're on autopilot with that running underneath the surface. Even though consciously I'm going, I want more money and I want a job and I want a raise and I want, abundance and da 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 da. The little inner child is keeping track of those thousand love coins. Have you given 1,000 love coins yet? No, you can't get anything then. There's these force fields that are keeping things away from you. So what happens, thankfully, we don't have to live that entire lives. We can bring it from the subconscious into our conscious and think about who is it that it was. And we're like, okay, I know who it is. And then we release them from the wrath of our little inner child. We allow them to, be freed. We don't forget. We just forgive the person. We just like, okay, I know what happened when I was younger, but I see where they were coming from. I release them because I know they didn't know any better. They were just regurgitating what they were taught and who their parents were taught, who their parents were taught. It was just passed down from generation to generation. So we release them, and then this edit button appears, and we get to go in and delete those zeros and make it from 1 to 1,000 to 1 to 1. Click the save button, it drops in, and then you feel the force fields drop and abundance starts to come in. So you do have the ability to have this abundance regain. If you've ever had it, you might have had some times where you hit the 1,000 coins and money came flooding in or opportunities, and then then it all dried up immediately because it reset back to zero. So the little inner child erased it all and started hatch marking again. So there is this opportunity to do that and to have this come in. But this is the forest field that's keeping back love, abundance, raises, promotions, the jobs you want. There's this release that can come through that. So that's what's coming in there for you, Cambria. Hopefully that resonates and that is helpful for you there. But you definitely have the possibilities of abundance returning to you by the end of July. The more you focus in on that and pay attention to that and release those individuals, forgive, not refusing to be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions, and release them. So that is what is there for you. Many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. All right, Brenda, you are up. And thank you very much for your donation there. And oops, hitting my microphone there. Maybe I should just raise it up a little bit here. There we go. I won't hit it as much then. All right. And you want to know things that could be happening in your life in general for the rest of the week, including the weekend. All right. So let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know about the possibilities. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. We have a lot of energy happening here. This weekend, it feels like you have two sets of cards here, 3 and 3. These 3 represent about here's the Naked Heart, a card specifically for this deck, which is about letting your heart have its way. And here's even the Ace of Cups. These 2 together, let your self-love fill up and overflow. In the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about independence. So I feel like the rest of this week and this weekend, Spirit is saying, there's this great opportunity for you to let your heart sing, let your heart flow, enjoy yourself. Put yourself first this weekend. This weekend, the rest of this weekend, the weekend, there's this permission slip here, because here Spirit is with you in the garden all by yourself with the 9. 9 is a hermit's journey, so it's you and Spirit having fun. Your heart being allowed to express itself, allow itself to feel full and flowing out. And then also the Ace of Cups, which it represents self love, and you being a chalice, allowing yourself to be filled up and then overflow. So allowing you to be first, not everyone else gets it first. And if anything's left over, then I get it. It's reversed. It's I get to be filled up first, and then everyone else gets the overflow. So you get to feel full and whole the rest of this weekend coming up. And I like it because you have some great cards coming in here. You got the universe, which is victory, first of all, but endings of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure, free of a lot of expectations. You've got the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands, rules over energy, rules over putting its energy forward and focusing its energy on the things that are for its highest. And the Seven of Wands, even though this looks a little hissy cat here, it's someone um, bright on a hill, not needing to defend themselves from others who, in this case, with this first set of cards, um, being, spirit, um, bringing you up on a hill, like a bright light on a dark hill. And everyone's like, why do you get to be up there and we don't? Why do you get to have victory? Why do you get to have fun? Wah, right? And just understanding that these individuals just feel low about themselves. And when they see you higher, they feel even lower about themselves. But it's not you doing it to them, it's this belief they have, which they need to see that so that they can see what a lie it is. So you don't have to defend yourself this weekend for having fun and doing what you're wanting to do, because misery loves company. So they want you to go be miserable with them. But joy loves company too, and they throw better parties. So this is the week of joy and celebration, celebrating you, allowing yourself to go forward and feel this fulfillment. So let the old cycle go of putting other people first. Allow yourself to be first, because the waters you give, those waters that fill up the chalice and overflow, they taste so much better. One drop of that tastes so much better than gallons of that other self-sacrificial, sour, bitter waters of resentment, right? So you're like, "Woohoo, I get to go do what I want." And you do. You have permission to put yourself first, and because the greatest gift we can all give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing us. So it's important to take things, um, for ourselves too. And that's the healthy thing that we can do. And we're taught, oh, sacrifice yourself for everyone else. It's like, that didn't go very well for Jesus, did it? Jesus is like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. For anyone that's Christian, I'm just joking. But it's this freedom that comes. So I like this for you, Brenda. And that's what they have for you the rest of the week and the weekend. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Akila. Hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Hello, hello. And you recently found out that you're very welcome, Brenda. Eviction. What is the energy of finding someone to work with you as a tenant for an apartment? Oh, okay. Interesting. So let's take a look here. So, what is the energy when someone working for an apartment here? Let's see. So, they went those four. You are welcome. Let's take a look here and see what is going on here. Okay. Okay. I do see things will work out here. We're going to start with that. I like to start with the victory end and then work our way backward, because this just puts us at ease. You got the joy celebration with the Four of Wands, got the Six of Wands, another victory celebration, and the Ten of Cups, full and overflowing emotionally. So you're going to have stability come in here with a four, a six, and a 10. So very stable, flowy, good numbers. So it does end up here. And I feel like what we're having to look at here, the energies are, you got the Hermit card, of course. So Hermit card is going inward and upward, allowing spirit to guide you. So trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust the drawing that you have. You won't go wrong there. Two of Pentacles does tell us that things do balance in the outside world, and the timing of everything is perfect as always. but this is also that you're gonna have, 2 choices in the outside world. Again, so you're gonna have some choices to make. There's gonna be, um, one that's gonna feel confusing, emotionally confusing, and one that's gonna, kind of prick a little bit here with the 8 of swords, but it's a good flow here. And what I mean by these choices, you're going to have a choice between 2 properties and 2 ways to go to get properties. One is going to feel like, it's just gonna feel weird. This is the one that you're not gonna want because there's gonna be fog, clarity, and it's gonna be foggy on purpose for a purpose. Like your gut instinct, with connecting with spirit here, it's gonna be like, "Well, I don't know. I just don't know. It just feels like you don't have enough information. It just feels, um, how when you see fog and you can't really see things clearly, just know that that fog is there because it's like, "No, I don't want that." The other one here, the 8 of swords, is the other option. That in the beginning, it's gonna feel a little scary, but that's okay because the 8 is a number of flow. The 8 of swords is showing you your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been keeping you feeling restricted and blinded and bound and trapped. So, you'll know this, which I feel like the scary thing would be, like if you found out you had an eviction in Indiana, um, is first of all to research and investigate that a little bit. So if you're able to contact whoever the eviction came from, maybe there was a misunderstanding. I mean, you of course know what has happened, and if you're just like, I don't understand why this is showing up, if it is a surprise, then investigate it, see why it happened, and if there's anything they can do to reverse that, especially if it happened during, like, the COVID times. There was a lot of, shenanigans and things happening, right? A lot of difficulties. But, I feel like, um once you understand what happened or you know what is happening there, that, there is communication. Swords is communication. 8 is a smooth movement of communication. I feel like if you get a hold of, and like an apartment finder person in your area, if that's what you're looking for an apartment, they understand how they can work around things. And I feel like it's if you go through and ask someone there, that they will guide you and they'll go, yeah, we have, tell us what happened, tell us what's going on here, and they'll be able to find ways around it there. But that's the fearful thing, right? Is like being vulnerable and saying, hey, I this is what's happening. Can you give me guidance on how can I find somewhere to live with this? And if they're like, apartments, they, blah, 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 then maybe you look at houses instead. Maybe you look at someone with duplexes, somewhere where it's independent owners that understand it. And, you can approach things that way. So a lot of follow your gut, follow your instinct with those types of things. But I do feel the energy is there of understanding that there's, always a way, to go through it. And if no one's able to help, then that's when you go to the state or to the city and just say, I can't find anywhere to live because of this. So what do you guys have available? They will have things in place where, they have housing that they can get people into that, require certain, residents and stuff too. There's just a lot of options that I feel are there once we get the thought process flowing and we find out what's going on, if that makes sense. So, but I feel very positive about it with those last cards. So, you definitely do find, an apartment to move into that makes your heart 10 of cups full and overflowing. So, very positive outcomes. You are very welcome, and thank you so much for your donation. And happy, happy. I know it's always fun, right? Moving. I've moved so many times in my life. It's crazy. I'm not even gonna bore you with it all. So best of luck to you. All right, Geeta, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation, and I'm gonna take a quick sip here. Yeah, but everything happens on purpose for a purpose too, right? That's all that eight of swords is understanding these small t truths, these fears. And when we believe that it's humans that are in charge, that's we have every right to be afraid of that because these human characters, when we go into fear, we become very self-preserving, right? It's a that self-preservation, fight or flight. But when you realize it's the creator that brings us what we need in each moment, we can develop this trust with the creator. And that's where that hermit's journey comes in is connecting higher and allowing them to guide you. You know what the what is, and they will bring the how and the when in the perfect ways to you too. Just start developing this trust with the creator, going, I know it's not man that brings me what I need. I know you bring me things through man, and you're able to open up doors and we can start focusing on the gratitude for, you've had everything you've ever needed up to this moment, right? I always say, after 56 years, the creators never let me down. They're not going to start now. They got such a great record. We have a great trusting relationship, right? All right. So, sorry, Geeta, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. So, what are A's thoughts and what are they thinking about you? Uh-oh, you are brave. I'm just kidding. People are always thinking. A lot of stuff with their thinking has nothing to do about us at all. So I like that meme that says, "What other people's opinions of us are none of our business," because they really have nothing to do with us. We Everyone's a mirror, so whatever they're seeing, it's because they recognize the amazing things in themselves that they see in us, or the stuff that's irritating themselves inside them that they think is irritating them in us. But let's take a look here. That's just jumping ahead. It could be all wonderful things that are coming in here, which very much so. I really like all this. So their thoughts right now, they've got the Empress card here, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, also sensuality. They see you as someone who is nurturing, someone who is giving, someone who could give family. And the Eight of Pentacles too shows here that they see that you're willing to put the work in and having the abundance and things flow to the outside world, because this also represents harvest and abundance. The Eight of Pentacles does show things moving forward in the relationship. They either have to move up or they have to move out because things can't stay the way they are anymore. Um, you've grown too much to remain in what was. And the problem with being a couple caterpillars and going into the cocoon, if you come out and the other person's not a butterfly and you are, you can't go back in and reverse. There's no undo in a cocoon. There's like, well, I'm a butterfly now. And I can't carry you around. Um, but I feel like I feel like you come out of the cocoon, and you're a butterfly, and you see they're in their cocoon getting ready to come out to be a butterfly too, which means this transformation of who you guys were, and you're both becoming different people, but you're compatible in this direction with this movement, and I like it because not only do you have that harvest card, you've got the sun card, which is one of the most abundant, overflowing, beneficial cards flowing. And the nine of wands can represent like a barrier, an energetic barrier that's been holding things back. But I feel like this is about to burst forward as you both are learning about your energy. You're both learning about how you um, express this energy within you. Instead of focusing on what we're fearing and what's missing, what we hate, it's like you guys are both looking for the silver lining in things. You're looking for the unconditional love and the joy and the laughter. And you're really paying attention to where you're investing your energy, because you also end up here with the 10 of wands, which can represent, especially next to the queen of pentacles, that's basically these two. I mean, we've got the, let's see if I can do this. We have the Empress card is like the Queen of Pentacles. She's the major arcana and she's in the suit of Pentacles. But they're both Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, harvest, abundance, overflowing, sensuality. So all of those wonderful things coming in there. And then, of course, moving from the 9 to the 10. This is abundance. This is endings and beginnings, and uh, like ending just having all this energy invested in so many different directions, and they're fine tuning things. So there's a lot going on in their mind about a lot of things in their life, but you are definitely among them here with all these cards, because there's all this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and there's this harvest all over the place, this movement. And it can't stay the way it was. It's like it has to get closer and move up, or it has to move out, because you can't it's like you're on this path. You can't There's no way to continue going this way. It has to go one way or another. Um and Whatever unfolds is for your highest experience here. But you definitely have this abundance, this harvest, all of this that's happening, and I like it for you. So I feel like with all of this, I can't see that they would want to choose to go a different direction, because they see just how abundant and how full of a life that you can help them have because of who you are and your support, and your energy and everything. So, that's what's coming in, Gita. I mean, it's very, very positive cards there. There was nothing of concern for me at all in there. Yeah. And the Chariot card comes flying out, which is movement and victory. So you're about to feel and experience movement, especially with that Eight of Pentacles, which is movement of the outside world. So I like it, Gita. Buckle up. Here it comes. You are very welcome. I'm excited for you. All right. And that was my last donation. So thank you, Gita. And we will scroll to the top and start down the list for the free readings. All right. All right. So good evening to you, Esmeralda. So, what are Brandon's intentions with Z and you? All right. Let's take a look here. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is they're not dead, they're exhausted, trying to live up to a lot of expectations. So it looks like it's like they're just done trying to live up to a bunch of expectations, and they are just trying to throw a lot of the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos away. I feel like they have a new passion, a new drive in their life that's taking them off in a different direction. So I feel like this is almost like stick a fork in me, I'm done. And the intentions feel like they are going to leave you alone. Hopefully that's what you're wanting, but that's what is for your best anyway, because there was so much fear, so much um, anxiety that they had about making a wrong mistake or people not doing what they want them to do, blah, 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 blah. I feel like there was a lot of I don't know, just it felt a lot of agitation all the time, and it's like walking on eggshells, and I feel like it's good that they are just wanting to just drop things, and they're ready just to restart and head off in a different direction. And I feel like it's positive for you with that unfolding, because you deserve more than to have someone so upset about everything that you can never do anything right kind of feeling there. So that's what's coming through Esmeralda right now. So hopefully that resonates, and many blessings to you. All right. Double, triple, quadruple X. You like a general read for guidance? Absolutely. Let's see what they have coming in here for you. So we've got the Justice card here, and of course, the Nine of Wands. Justice card is this balancing energy. It's the card number 11, right? And it represents using this Ace of Swords to connect and see things from a higher perspective, which helps balance out. It's the removal of some fears, which this Nine of Wands is feeling like there's been this barrier that's been keeping you withheld back from something specific right now. And if it's a barrier where you feel like you've knocked your head against it over and over again, usually the person has like a bandage on their head from hitting their head over and over and over up against the wall. But you're discovering things, you're having this invitation to see things from this higher perspective that allows you to cut away those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve anymore. So there is this balancing effect that is coming in. The guidance is to question what trigger is coming up, what fear is there that is holding you back. And it's a significant one that's shown its head over and over and over again, but it's a freeing one that once this balances out, it will feel very, very free, very flowing for you. And that force field of that Nine of Wands will drop and allow you to step through it and go places you haven't gone before. But it is a time to really look at what is it that is out of balance? Why do I have this fear of not being able to move forward? So that is what's coming through double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. That is what they have for you right now. Wow. There you go. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, so a barrier and what is it? What is it that's holding you back? And that's the revelation that comes. So I love that. I love it. I love it. All right. All right, Courtney, thank you so much for your donation. And will you meet new people to spend time with? All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit has to say here for you. So, time for gatherings, or are you being kept away? Kept away. Let's take a look. All right. Okay, I'm just going to get one more clarification here. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, because you are moving beyond these. The Seven of Cups, you have two sevens here, which are obstacles in our way. We've got some, emotional confusion we've had in the past, just a lot of different emotions flooding all around you. Kind of feel like a lot of dramatic people too. And the Seven of Swords shows there was a lot of thoughts and beliefs that were deceiving you and cheating you out of things, but they also were being reflected in deceiving people that are, deceivers around you too. So a lot of drama, a lot of deceivers, and it's like this butterfly, your higher self with the Judgment card, flew in, grabbed you, and took you out away from these. So a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships really ended, and the Judgment card is the double endings, double new beginnings with the XX. So there was a lot of, people chopped out of your life for you so that you could see things differently here. So you could really understand how lovable you are and find your inner love. And you had this movement of swords, the Knight of Swords, which allowed you to see things from a different perspective, allow you to cut away people and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around your lovability. And I feel like this is what you've been going through and understanding. And as this stuff really finalizes, this is when you're getting in this joy and celebration, this balanced energy here. You might this is the gatherings, celebration, like weddings and parties and gatherings. So this would be where it ends up happening. That's why I asked for a clarification. And it's like, yeah, party, weddings, gatherings. So it definitely is there, and just the more that you're letting those things go, yeah. It's still important for you to have your alone time through all these things, um, so that you can be aware and release those um, old things and see how they fit into current friendships that are coming your way. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So you definitely have the universe card, which is the ending of old cycles, the beginning of new, another victory card, and the beehive. So again, another lot of worker bees and people that a lot in common. Beehives are all about they come together to make things work, and there's a lot of support there as well. And they'll swarm to protect one another and protect the queen too. Oh my gosh! And then you get the sun card too. So sun card is victory, brightness. A lot of fire and bright light being shown into your life in different areas, and you even have the two of cups on the bottom, which two of cups doesn't have to mean romantic. It can mean finding best friends who get you, that you don't have to explain yourself. You just get each other. You can say something and not have to explain it and bust up laughing. Not go what? And you're like, okay, so there was this show, da, 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 da," and they're like, uh-huh. And they said this, uh-huh. Okay, never mind. Now it's just like you can say something, they're like, oh my God, and they finish, you know, the other part of the scenario in the TV series or whatever. You just get each other, and there I feel like there's a few of you. But yeah, you definitely do have people meeting new people to spend time with. You might even find them with that worker bee coming in. It really stood out. You might meet a couple people at work who are um, yeah, and three of cups. So this is finding your soul tribe, finding your group of people. And again, I feel like there's three of you that are coming in here. So, and these aren't romantic. These are, going through there. So, so I really like that for you, Courtney. And again, I feel like it's the beehive. I feel like it's like maybe you like where you work, they invite you somewhere and you meet people there. I don't feel like you meet like people at work are necessarily the ones that are like this with you, but I feel it's through whom you meet these people, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you, Courtney. So many blessings to you. Hey, Alina. I'm actually whenever I have a donation, I do step out of the free readings to complete them, and then I go back in. And I always will talk in the beginning who I'm on to, if that helps. Um, so you'll know if uh if it's you, because I'll say, all right, Alina, you're up. I usually do it like that. And you're going to be a little bit because you're still down here toward the bottom here, and I still have several free readings ahead of you. If you do want yours to be next, a donation of any kind does prioritize as well. You're very welcome, Courtney. All right. So, divinely protected, you are up next. Hello. So, you'd like a message from the person coming towards you. Deck six. All right. So, you'd like an oracle. So, one, two, three, four, five, six. You've got the energy oracle. So, let's take a look here. Yay. The message of the person coming towards you, anxiety. Yay. Someone who's anxious. Let's take a look here, see what message comes in. This is worry or distress. So the woman on the card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, let's see if I can get it to focus here where you can see it. There we go. The storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. So, whatever's going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things. So, trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. And the affirmation for the card is I let go of fear and worry. I assume the best and live in peace. All is well. The reversed meaning, if it would have come upside down, I like to read those sometimes if I'm inspired to do so, because sometimes there's other stuff in there that resonate for you. It says, finally, relief. This nightmare of a card reversed could mean one of two things: either a recent problem's on its way out, causing you to feel more relaxed, or you've mastered the old habit of worry and have freed yourself from the anxiety within. Either way, anxiety reversed is a good omen of more relaxed and peaceful times to come. Maintain a trusting attitude and let the difficulties and fear thoughts fade away into the distance, right? Because that or whatever we focus on grows and expands. So when we are focusing on our fears, of course, those grow and expand. We're focused on things we hate. We're telling the universe, I really enjoy feeling hate for things. Can you bring me more things to hate? Instead of gratitude. When we switch to gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, it changes so much in our life because we're telling the universe, I enjoy being grateful for things. Can I have more things to be grateful for? So I feel like they're saying here the message from the person coming towards you is be aware of what you're focusing on, because lower vibrational anxiety brings in anxious people and situations. Higher vibrational love brings in higher vibrational people and situations. So be aware of what your focus is what this is coming in here. And that's the message for you. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. Esmeralda, can we all pray and manifest that your parents will accept your baby leopard gecko, Manzana? Oh, how could they not? So we send loving energy, and of course, like we were just talking about, whatever if you focus on fear, then you will draw in fearful events. Focus on gratitude, gratitude for your parents for the things that they do accept, and that will have less fear manifest and more lovely things manifest. So it's in your hands. It's in your hands, Esmeralda. All right. So Anya Ahuya, you'll be my next free reading coming up here, but I do have a donation that came in, so I shall return. All right. Hey, G. Thank you so much for your donation. What? What? Okay. Let's take a look here. What is happening here? Hmm. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, you're definitely in this period here with the temperance card of things slowly unfolding, slowly going on purpose for a purpose, right? So when you look at it, okay, it's not Nicole that's taking things slow. It's not you that's taking things slow. Um, hey, but no swords. Maybe there's a maybe I think no, it's not. It's Justice that has the sword. So no swords this time. Woohoo! But this is about taking times for things to unfold to become gold, right? And the reason why, of course, you've got the judgment card coming in here, which is your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective, wants you to understand why things are happening and who you are, the part of the transformation that you both are going through. And that's always what happens when we get one of those slow moving molasses cards, it's it's for our rebirth. It's for us so that we can transform what we're energies that we're, bringing in and focusing in our life, right? So, um, we've got, a good, death and rebirth card always is delicious to get right. And we had the 7 of cups because there are a lot of emotional confusion that's happening, which is sparked from fear, right? Whenever we have fear, our mind goes crazy and it goes, into fight or flight mode. When our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, it wants to get back into control. It wants safe. It doesn't want different. It wants normal and don't shake the boat, right? And so whenever things are triggered, there's some things we can look at. There's a lot of emotions that are flowing and a lot of mental confusion, which comes from the fears. But you got the Lover's card here. So we've got the, you know, energy of togetherness, this energy of important partnerships, this energy that is drawing you guys together. And when things slow down, it's the fears of what does it mean? What does it mean if there's no contact? What does it mean if, you know, I'm the one that always has to contact them, It's like, what does that mean? What definitions are you putting on that, right? What how are we taking it personally? Yeah. So you have the 3 of wands, a fear of changing directions, a fear of that other people will change directions, right? They're all beautiful cards. Every card is wonderful. 'Cause it's all revealing, it's all showing us our path in this beautiful adventure of perfection. You have the King of Pentacles, the Spirit of Pentacles, which is a journey of both of you are on of looking at your relationship to the outside world differently. Your worth in relationship to the outside world differently, and it's an abundant card. It's just a matter of understanding what are the fears that are being triggered, what are you know, the anxious feelings that come up and or anger of, of yeah. I'm gonna show you this one first. But you have the cocoon, you have the hanged man, things going slow on purpose for a purpose. And didn't I say, oh no, that was the justice card I was thinking about. Bam, sword. Psh, you have to have a sword. We can't have a reading without a sword for you. But it's great because this is about seeing things from a capital T truth. I mean, all the ones about seeing things from a higher perspective, that are coming in here, right? All of these about seeing things from a place of unconditional love and from the spirit world knowing why why did I want this to happen for me? Why did I request this for me, right? So, so what is she thinking about you? And where they went totally off from what she was thinking about you to what are you thinking about yourself? Because that's the true mirror of what they're wanting to bring up for you is um her thoughts are going to be about her looking in the mirror, but your thoughts about her are telling you about you, right? And so you're understanding, okay, this is going slow for me. So, um, you know, a wonderful thing. I haven't communicated with myself since Friday. Zero communication since then. What am I thinking about myself? And that's what you can reverse it and go, oh wow. Yeah, how have I communicated with myself since Friday? And how am I thinking about myself through this situation, right? So I feel like that's what they want you to know about those. Let me see if they'll give me anything about what is Nicole thinking about you. Yeah, she's off in her 9 of Pentacles, her independence. She's off, thinking about their yeah. Here's the 9 of Pentacles too for you, right? Being independent, being true to you, and you know, if if you're doing it because you're doing it for you, going, you know what, I feel like this is for me, that I don't need to be the one giving it all, and I'm just going to, you know, let it go where it goes, and I'm not going to let it define me, and I'm just going to enjoy my adventure, right? But not out of, out of anger or, pain, unless we want to experience that. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But um, just know that she was a mirror in your life on purpose for a purpose. So what are you learning through that, right? So yeah, try to do it all as much as you can from a place of love, and release it, and whatever you wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands. You got the 2 of Wands coming in here too. So there is this awareness of the energy, when I'm focusing on who someone's not being, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy them not being who I want them to be. Can you make them not be who I want them to be more? When we start focusing on our gratitude for what we do enjoy in someone, then um, it we're telling the universe, I really enjoy being grateful for this and them. Can you bring me more things to be grateful for in them? So when we just focus more on, I'm not calling you a moron. I said we can focus more on these things that we enjoy about them in our lives, then more things come in. When we focus on what we're missing and it's not happening, we get more of it. So that's something to consider as well. We can't have a reading without me picking on you a little bit. Just allow balance. Balance in the outside world. G. All right. Hang in there, hang in there. But just do some reflection on what you're learning about yourself through it all, because that's what the meaning of the relationship was for, right? You're very welcome, brother. Love you too. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right, Anya Ahuya, we are back to you for the free readings. Anyone know, is Jay the Aquarius crushing on you? All right. Or crushing on anyone? I don't know. Doesn't look like they are. Looks like they are very much to themselves with the Hermit card here. And the Seven of Cups, they just kind of feel like the emotions seem confusing. Well, Aquarius, I know I'm Aquarius. Emotions, we're all the mind. These weird things, emotions, just pour them in these giant containers. We'll be okay. So I feel like they just don't, they're not relating to their emotions right now. And so they are very much in this hermit mode. So, Seven of Cups is a lot of different emotions. Um, but I don't know if they really have a crush, if they're crushing. I feel like more that they are feeling a different bunch of emotions, and they just kind of want to, step back and be with themselves a little bit. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in there, Anya. All right, Cheery, hello. You like some guidance? Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit have for you today. All right. Well, we like the star card that comes in, which is, hope and wishing upon a star and balancing of all the chakras. But this wonderful energy. And we've got the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands, who very much holds the Ace of Wands, and she's able to really invest energy toward things and get things done. And when she's unsure of what to do, she dials up the spirit world and connects in with them to determine where she wants to go and what she wants to do. But I feel like with a combination of energies here, it's like the wish that we have like the wish that you have for your life, this is becoming clearer and clearer and clearer. And once you have it more in tune of what it is you truly want next, the Queen of Wands, you can invest so much energy and move very fast to the next wish and then the next wish. I feel like you have multiple little wishes that help you get to a higher wish. And this is what they're having you do is just focus on the very next wish, not all wishes all at once. Just enjoy the journey of getting to the next wish and getting to the next wish and then getting to the next wish. So I feel like that's what's coming in there for you, Cherry. Is just enjoy this balance. There's usually 7 stars on the star card, which represent the 7 chakras. And I feel like there's like 7 little wishes that take you to the big wish. Cause it's like just focus on 7 little steps that get you to the next thing step by step, not like woof. So I like it. That's what's coming in for you, Cheery. So many blessings. And LA, hello, hello, LA. You are up. Very good. I'm so glad you liked your private reading. And yeah, for anyone else, I do have 50% off all of my personal recorded readings for the month of July. So boom, boom, boom. So you let go and you forgave. Wow. Okay. Very good. You contacted your lawyers. Boom, boom, boom. And you want to know which lawsuit is going to move the fastest to settlement, the slip and fall or the assault. And they both seem pretty understanding, especially the assault. Yeah, lawyers, I know. Well, according to TV, I'm just kidding. They like to settle outside of court, not have to go to court. That's where they like to mediate and negotiate to try to get some sort of deal before they have to go before a judge where it's out of their hands. They like to have some, control over it, I think. But let's take a look here. So, which one is going to be the fastest? We'll pull 2 cards, one for the slip and fall and one for the assault, and we'll see which one has the speed attached to it. Well, it seems like the slip and fall will come in because here's the wands, the 5, the movement, and then we have the heart of cups for the assault, which is, the queen of cups, more intuitiveness and emotional energies. So I feel like the fire one, the slip and fall will come in first, and then there'll be a movement of the heart, because the queen puts forward what the desires she wants, and then the knights and everyone bring the queen what she's looking for. So I feel like that one would come next after that one. So I like it for you, LA. And wow, here's a little fist bump poof, for moving so quickly on it and trusting your heart. I love that. So kudos to you and many blessings to you. And that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. And Felicia, hello, hello. And thank you so much for the reminder. Everyone that's given a thumbs up on the video, something that you can do for free and help spread the love. So you get to be part of the love tsunami of the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And thank you, Felicia, for mentioning that. And you want to know what is coming towards you. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. Okay. Okay. All right. We have some conflicts that are working themselves out here because you have the 5 of Swords, which represents swords are our thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations, etc. And there's been this kind of going back and forth in your mind about things like, well, in this hand, but this hand, but well, but this, but that, but this, but that. And you're going back and forth between heavenly mind. Here's even the infinity symbol of cycles. It's like going back and forth between the human and the maiden, the lion and the maiden, the lion and the maiden, the higher and then the lower, the higher and the lower, higher vibration, lower vibration. And there's been this, conflict that's been coming up, and where there's been some triggers that have been happening. And I feel like we're talking about a specific event or individual that it just keeps coming up and keeps coming up, and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm just tired of this." Well, I like that you're coming to some conclusions because you're questioning the triggers, and the triggers are becoming less and less often, and before you know it, they're gonna be very far in between. And they want you to know that it takes time for us to develop a habit. It takes time for us to change a habit too, but the more we focus on it, even if you do some sort of alarm on your phone to remind yourself to come back to the peace and the higher way of looking at something, then it allows you to stay in that mindset so you don't find yourself having drifted back out. And that's how we change a habit fast is repetition. So whatever we have around us, whatever we're trying to change our mind about, there's a lot of different ways. And you know how you go about changing a habit for yourself. So, do what works for you, but just know that the more effort you put into changing the habit and the time and the energy into it, the faster you move the habit out of the habit of the old way of thinking, and the battle ends sooner as well. So that's what's coming in, Felicia. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Julia, you are up next. So, messages from your spirit guides to help you heal from your ex. Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to pull here. We had the Ace of Cups at the bottom, which shows your self love, the chalice, the Holy Grail that gets filled up with the unconditional love from above and overflows. But I feel like they want to give you a higher self oracle. So let's just shuffle here. Let's see, what do they want you to know, Julia? And you got the dreams and the Catwoman costume. I'm just kidding. I think that's some goddess. And there's a quote here from Henry David Thoreau that says, "Our truest life is when we are in dreams awake." It says, "Have you been asking for divine guidance and direction? Pay attention to your dreams, since the answers are coming to you via your dream state. While you sleep, your spirit returns home for sheer comfort and to check in with your guides who help shed light on your current circumstances and difficult situations. In your dreams, the answers will reveal themselves as symbolic clues in order to help you. Keep a journal next to your bed to make note of your dreams and trust your higher self to help you decipher these symbolic messages." This card may also reflect your desire to follow your dreams. If you've been questioning whether you should take a step in the direction of your dreams, your higher self is saying, yes, the time is now. Do not hold off moving toward what you want, hoping that it will somehow come to fruition later. Act now and move forward fearlessly. You will be supported by your higher self and spiritual team on this path. So I like that. You're specifically asking about healing from your ex. So I feel like part of it is that in your dreams, spirit will bring, um, they'll appear not as your ex, but as different characters. Excuse me, but you will know that there's this feeling of X there, right? And you'll just know that there's emotions that are being transformed in this healing that's happening in your dreams. But part of the healing is about choosing you too, and moving forward and putting yourself first and allowing your dreams to come true too. Just knowing that they were in your life on purpose for a purpose to reflect back to you the barriers that were created because you are love already. But we don't like Rumi says, you don't have to become love. You just uh, need to realize the barriers that you have created between you and love. And so whatever you feel there, the feelings and emotions, the pain, the vessel of pain, yeah. So the vessel of pain that you are, you can choose to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or words or non-actions and non-words, and you can pour out that wrath, forgive them, let the wrath go, not forget, but forgive and release the wrath, which is pouring out all that pain, allowing this to become a vessel of love to be filled up with love instead. And so there's these letting go of the judgments that we have against people about, well, they shouldn't have acted that way. They shouldn't have done this. They should have done that. And they should have said this. But who says, that's the whole big ahas that happen in our life is all of these supposed to, shoulds, need to, have to's, must, all these opinions that were given to us were just opinion. And I love Byron Katie. If you ever have a chance to check her out at the work, the THEWORK.com, or even Byron BYRON Katie, KATIE, and YouTube, she has a bunch of videos too, where there's these transformations, and we realize, all this when our mind battled reality, it lost, but only 100% of the time, is what she says. Cracks me up because it's so true. You know, she has this wonderful statements of, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. And she goes, well, obviously it did because it's what happened. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. It would have happened some other way if it should have been, it happened a different way. And we're like, wow, it's so deep, so simple, but so deep that whatever unfolded did unfold for me. It didn't happen to me. And I can move from victimhood when I'm ready to victor. And when I focus instead of on what I felt might have happened to me, I have gratitude for what happened for me because it's showing me what I wanted to know about myself. And so there's this freedom that comes when we realize and we release the judgments we have on other people for not behaving the way we wanted them to be. Because guaranteed we did not act the way they wanted us to act either. I can guarantee it. There was something we did. We think we're perfect in our minds because we're obeying all of our rules, but just because we're obeying our rules. It's like when if you leave the United States and you go to England and you're like, I was driving on the right side of the road. And they're like, exactly, you needed to be driving on the left. No, 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 my way is the right way. They're like, not in our country. And that's how it happens, right? We get in wrecks a lot because we think all of our rules in our country are the same as that country, but they're not. And so we offended them probably equally as they offended us. And they have pain from us, which we're so shocked that we're the villain in their story, equal to the villain they are in ours. What? No way, But there's healing that comes from it when we release the wrath. And I feel like that's what they're zeroing in there, Julia. Very good. Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. I love it, Julia. So thank you so much. That is what they have for you right now, my dear. Good to see you. All right, lovely, lovely. You are up next. Zen dude, dude of Zen. I am well. I hope you are well as well. So, any messages from your grandfather, Chuckles, Charles? Your first ever request for any messages from him. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Two cards came flying out here. And I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any angel oracle um, so far for this week, but we've got the temperance, patience. Is that something that they would say? Patience, patience. But this is the tempering. Things are unfolding perfectly in the perfect timing. Trust it. It will arrive at the perfect timing. And the Two of Wands, their message about, um, you know, it's so powerful. You don't realize how powerful our energy is and how we're so much co-creators. And I like that. They're like, trust the timing of things. And when things are going slow, really pay attention to what energy you're investing. Because when he's like giving you a little driving lesson, it seems like they're like, so when you're focusing on the lower vibrational energies, it slows everything down and it draws in these lower vibrational things. But if you focus on unconditional love and these higher vibrational things of gratitude and all that, it's like stepping on the accelerator. Things speed up and you head faster in these direction of these amazing things. But it's all in your hands. You have the wheel, your feet are on the pedal, and you get to choose that. And I feel like they're letting you know how much control you really do have over your life. And I like this. I feel like he's just trying to give you like little hint of empowerment for your life because they liked teaching you things, it seems. They liked giving you stories, they liked giving you analogies. It feels like that they've been doing it for a long time in the spirit world, but they really enjoy doing all of that. But I feel like that's what's coming in for you right now, lovely lovey, is they're like, just know that it's divine timing. Just have patience. It's all going to unfold the perfect timing, but you get to control the speed of things too. There's a soonest it can arrive and the latest it can arrive. There's hardly anything that has to arrive at an exact time. And I feel like that's what he's bringing in there for you. So that's what they have for you right now, lovey, lovey. So many blessings to you. All right, very good. All right, so Divine Feminine Chronicles, you'll be the next free reading coming up. I do have a donation coming through. Thank you, love. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, you are very welcome. So you got to listen to your hour-long reading, huh? A lot of good stuff there. So let's take a look here. Yes, and thank you for your donation as well. Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, you know, it's like a rubber band, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Um, okay. Yeah, right. Let's take a look here. Hmm. Yeah. No, August again. Of course. So for the first part, yeah, I mean, we've got the universe card, which is a victory card. And this is endings of old cycles, beginning of new. It's back and forth and back and forth. And I just feel like it's a constant cycle, and it happens and it is happening for you both. It gives you time to transform things, yeah, transform um, fears into higher things, and it gives you time for understanding of yourself, understanding for life, and it allows this courting and this slowness that comes apart. Yeah, very much in the universe. And it's even the bumblebee. They're showing that there's a hive. They spend a lot of time together, but they spend a lot of time during the day away. you know, they are out flying. In fact, um, like bumblebees, they'll get like exhausted. They'll take a nap in one of the flowers. And it's like it's important. So I do feel with this, the universe is a victory card. So yeah, I do feel like that it's the cycle, it's the coming back and forth in between. So I definitely feel that there. um and then the second question here, got the strength card. Number 8, the month of 8, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which things will unfold where even your human self feels like it's fortunate for you. But, you did get the heart, and so I feel like it's your heart and it's you having the strength and you making the with the Wheel of Fortune changing and moving that there is this movement that's coming. But I don't feel like it doesn't have to be with, like, you being terminated, it's you leaving, and I like this, and I wanna read this. The, Naked Heart card is specific to this deck. It is about connection, it is about purpose, and it's about your higher self, and the Naked Heart's message is, "I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. And as I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. And when I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others." And the little Luna moth here at the top whispers to you, "You are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light." And if you feel disconnected, you can ask yourself, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? Hmm. Hmm. It's always a great question for us to ask. But so that's what I feel. I feel like you are choosing, though. I feel like you are the one that's leaving. It was always you leaving. It just felt like they were going to help you along on your path. And I still feel like they are, but I feel like energies change all the time, right? But I still feel like you were going to the more you focus and you're keeping your alarm on your phone, right? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Things will start changing. Things will start, moving through. Yeah. um, no, I feel like there's still endings. I feel like their business is not doing well. I really feel like they're going to, yeah, again, death and rebirth. And you got the Heart of Cups too, which is trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. But I just feel like there's some stuff coming down the pipeline here. Um, yeah. You're like, I don't want to be there. I don't want to go on this work trip in August. But yeah, but that's what's coming through there. I am just surprised that, which I shouldn't be surprised because people's energies change moment to moment and decisions are made and then decisions are made. And that's the whole thing about the future is there's so many possibilities and it depends on, especially when it's decisions that are made not by us and by a variety of other people, all the parts are constantly moving and we're moving all over the place. But you get to choose for you, you get to choose what direction you're going. So that's what's coming through. Love 1234. Again, thank you so much for your donation and hang in there. And keep that link on that other reading. Alrighty. So many blessings to you. All right. And then I have the Love 43. Thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know what message does Source have for you? Absolutely. And I feel like they want an oracle for you, but I'm going to let you choose. 1 through 7 is your choice. So you can pick a number there and we will pull a card there for you too. All right. What else? Okay. Wow, yeah. So you've got got a lot of pentacles happening here in and out. But it started off with this, which the Four of Pentacles brings up this energy of stability in the outside world. But there's something about home, and I'm not sure if you're considering changing home or what's going on in the home, but there is definitely this energy here of a change. Um, like there's stability, but there's this desire, this drive that's coming in to change. And I like it for you because it seems to be being nudged here by spirit. Because you've got the Three of Cups, which for me represents a variety of things, but when it comes in with the King of Cups, or any of the royalty of cups, all of this is like your spiritual entourage, your posse, your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones and ancestors and all those beings of support. And there's this energy here of really balancing head and heart around home, but I feel like there is this changing, this nudging, this movement, this emotional feeling of home that you're trying to find. We've got the 10 of swords, and this is not a bad card, even though it kind of looks like the poor rat is dead, but they're not. They're just exhausted, trying to have lived up to all these expectations, all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts that are coming in here. But it's great because it's like, I'm just sick and tired of it. And it's like ready to toss all of the swords out and have this journey. It's like the fool's journey of being free of a lot of expectations. And I feel like the home here, whatever this feeling is, whether it's physical home or this emotional feeling of home, there is this changing that's happening, this transformation. Because also, these cards came out together, which we have the Hanged Man, which is one, it's a transformational type of energy for me because it's like a cocoon caterpillar to a butterfly and things slowly loading, like and there's this seeing things from this different perspective, from this higher perspective that's coming in. And we got the 10 of cups, which is this desire for emotion overflowing, and again this feeling of home and these feelings of overflowing emotions, seeing things from a different perspective, and this transformation of this cocoon. Things that you once felt like home don't feel like home anymore, either location or people or, situations, whatever it may be, there's this big transformation that you're under here with that 10 of swords and all of those coming in. And this is where I see, like, movement, happening because we've got the Chariot, which is movement, it's victory, it's the power of choice too. Knowing that every moment we're the ones that are choosing what mental story we're putting to something, what emotion we're feeling, what energy we're investing, what actions we're taking. And this chariot coming in is showing me that there is this movement, there is this change coming in, and this choices that are being made, and some choices that are might feel might have felt a little scary before because you're trying to live up to everyone's expectations, but you're sick and tired of it. So you're at this point where you're on the threshold of making some significant choices and changes for your life. Because you do have the Ace of Wands stepping into your power with whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. But all this is also new passion, new drive, all the energy you were focusing in to try to live up to these things, when that is thrown out, all that energy comes back to you. And you're stepping into this new power where you can make things happen, you can move forward here. And I feel like you do because you do have the Queen of Pentacles, which is the Heart of Pentacles in this one, but it's the Queen, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, harvest, new birth. Innocence of Pentacles, new opportunities, new birth, new things opening up in the outside world. So there is this new birthing, this changing, and I feel like it's a stepping into your own out there in that as you're deciding what to do, where to be, who to be, there's like this reboot, this restart, this getting back to the sense of home inside here instead of home defined by up here. Um, and then you were going to ask as well. I was going to say if you want to choose between 1 through 7 for a oracle, I'll end your reading with an oracle card as well. Yeah, I like where this is headed because there's this freedom and it feels like a little puppy who's been kept in their kennel all day and they're ready to run. They're ready to get out and play and ears flapping in the wind as they run and just speeding off and I really like that there for you. Let me just take a look here. Okay. I don't see one here in a second. I know you said your internet is lagging, but since you're the love 43, 4 plus 3 is 7. So we can choose number 7, which is, I think, what we'll do here just for the sake of time here, which happens to be the Power of Surrender deck. So let's take a look here. Okay. Yeah, beautiful card. Surrender resentments. I'll let you see the bottom there and I will read that. Which says holding on to resentments only poisons you. So try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. So there we go. So you're forgiving, you're letting all that old stuff go, and it's allowing you to move forward, forward, forward. So another affirmation of movement forward, forward, forward. So I like that, the Love 43. So that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings. And then the Naked Heart just came out, which is about you following your heart. You are brave. You are beautiful. Fly out of the dark and into your light. Follow your heart. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And again, thank you so much for your donation and many blessings to you. All right. All right. So we are to Divine Feminine Chronicles. Let me just take a sip here. Wow, it's been an hour and 45 minutes already. Zoom. So I'm gonna try to stay to around 2 hours for free readings. If anyone donates past that, of course, I'll honor those. But for free readings, I'm just going to go to one card and get through as many as I can in the last 15 minutes here, outside of donations, of course. And so, Divine Feminine, you want to well, first of all, I am well. I hope you're well, and you'd like a general reading on what is coming towards you. And you got the Magician card coming in, which is basically Spirit saying, whatever you focus on is what is headed towards you. They're like giving it a little bit of of a a life lesson through all of this, where whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And whenever that card comes up, whenever we're asking about what's coming toward us, and we're given those kind of energy cards, excuse me, there's this focus or this opportunity that things are going to manifest quickly. That Magician card is the master manifester. So if we focus on lower vibrational things, they come in fast. When we focus on higher vibrational things, they come in fast. And um, so if we're focusing on something and it comes in, we're like, no, I don't want that. We'll focus on gratitude for something else and that will drift away as this rushes in. But you're able to experiment a lot. And I feel like it's over the next 7 to 10 days is the focus of this. So be aware of whatever like attracts like. So whatever you're focusing your energy in, your mental choices, emotional choices, energetic choices mainly, and also your actions, what they're bringing in. So that's what they have for you, Divine Feminine Chronicles. So many blessings to you. And then Dollface Diva, you are up next. So a general for the weekend. All right. Well, you've got the judgment card here. So your higher self is calling you to a higher place, to a different place, double endings, double new beginnings. So it's a weekend of twists and turns and plot twists and calling to higher things. The old things are going to feel boring and the new things are going to draw you out. So there is some transformative type of energies, some exciting things happening the weekend because it's like you're gonna have opportunities to do things that you haven't done before. People are like, let's go do this, and you're just like, "Ugh, again." You're just not gonna have any desire for the old because it's time for some new things to be introduced into your life, and here they come. So that's what your weekend is gonna look like. A little tidbit of it there anyway. All right, many blessings to you, Dollface Diva. And then divine love, any blessings coming to you soon? We have some justice coming. So if you happen to have any lawsuits going on, this of course shows that there's going to be some favorable decisions made in your honor. If you don't have anything going on like with that, then the Ace of Swords is allowing you to see things from a higher perspective and freeing you from some fears, allowing some release on some supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that really bring in this clarity. It's this freedom that comes in because some old thoughts have been holding you back to where, before it was like, oh, I got to do this. And because of so and so, afraid, fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love. But there's this release. If you're like, I don't have to do this stuff anymore, you can do things differently. And I like it. It is a blessing. That's this freedom of a release from some fears. So that is coming your way. So that's what they have for you, divine love. So many blessings to you. And beautiful girl, you're up next. So hello. X or next? Who's coming towards you? Okay, let's take a look here. I feel like we're going to move to the light seers deck here. X or next? X or next? The judgment card is, which I just had before, double endings, double new beginnings. So next will be coming towards you, not X. Judgment, calling to a higher place, don't go backwards, upward, upward, and onward is the message for you, beautiful girl. So next. So many blessings to you. I like it. Fresh starts. Yes. All right. And Lynx Lee, you are up next. So you'd like to know Leo's thoughts and actions towards you. All right. So we're doing one card readings right now. So whatever comes out, we'll see what comes in here. Well, we have the death and the rebirth. So their thoughts and actions towards you are going through an overhaul, a clearing out, a changing, an ending, and beginning. Um, and I don't know. I just feel like this Leo energy that's coming in here with that. It I don't know. It just feels like things have been changing for a while, and it's like so they're showing me. I get a lot of this the story. I should do a comic, a little cartoon, because there's there's two caterpillars and one goes into the cocoon and the other one's supposed to go into the cocoon too to transform into a butterfly, but the one decides, yeah, I think I want more leaves. I want to eat more leaves. And you, being the one that got into the cocoon, you emerge as this beautiful butterfly, and you're like, uh, why are you still a caterpillar? And they were a big caterpillar because the whole time you were in the cocoon transforming, they were chunking up on more leaves. So they're this huge caterpillar. And you're like, so you decided to go a different route. They're like, yeah, I think I'm going to stay caterpillar. And you're like, well, I Well, I guess I could walk along with you, because they're like, "I don't want you to fly near me because that's just degrading. You can walk with me, but you can't fly. Or if you're gonna fly, you have to carry me." And you try carrying them, and there's just no way. They are a huge like a huge caterpillar 3 times your size. And you're like, my butterfly wings are not that strong." And so things have been changing, things have been evolving. They've got decided to go a different way, and you're like, "Well, that's not the way that we were gonna go." But it's okay because they can go do caterpillar things, but you've got other butterfly friends and other butterfly opportunities that are coming your way. And I just feel like they have continuously transformed and made it about them. And they're like, well, um, because you're a beautiful butterfly. And they're like, well, I'm this big caterpillar. So I think I'm just gonna let you go. I think I'll let you go do butterfly things. I'm gonna choose and continue on my caterpillar path. So I kind of feel like that's what's coming in Linksley. So interesting. But many blessings to you. That's what we have there for you. All right, Dijona, why do people stare at you? I'm staring at you right now. I'm staring at you. I like this energy here. The 8 of Cups, I feel like there's just this energy around you. The 8 of Cups is about leaving behind emotions and people that don't serve you. I feel like you get this card like all the time. But I feel like it there's this air about you, the strength around you that people are wanting to find for themselves, but they don't have it, but they can sense it about you. There you just have this sense of like, I am me and unapologetically you, it feels like. And people are just like, um, so how can I say this? Pleasantly offended. It's like they're like, "Well, I wish I could be that way, but I'm not able to, so I have to act offended because, um, how dare they be who I wanna be," or, express themselves without worrying about it what anyone else thinks. So I feel like it's your energy that attracts people to stare at you, and they're just, like, trying to figure it out because they know there's something about you that is just really pleasantly offending them. They just don't know how to make sense of that combination. I'm pleasantly offended. I can't it is they can't compute it. It's almost like the fembots in Austin Powers when they get confused and they're just like, "Can't compute, can't compute." It feels that kind of energy. So hopefully that resonates there for you, Dijona. But that's what's coming through. So many blessings to you. All right, happy pill. What is coming your way? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit wants you to know about what's coming your way. Well, you have the Ace of Cups coming in here. Ace of Cups is self-love, higher love, new love. But I feel like it's like your heart chakra is just opening up more and more and more. And this has to do with the connection of your inner love. And when you become this chalice, this holy grail, where you're looking inward and connecting to this eternal, unconditional love from your higher self, as you expand and you become this chalice, for the first time in your life, you just feel this wholeness and this fullness like you cannot imagine. And you fill up with it. And then it overflows out to other people. And other people are like, what is this? They have a little taste of it, but it's so different. And you feel so different and you look different and your energy's different and you attract different things in your life. But it all starts with you turning inward and upward for this higher love, connecting to it like you have not connected to it before. So it's like an upgrade or a VIP room. It just feels very, very, very good. Oh no. All right. And then Mia Mia, you'll be my next free reading. Don't get in you for what you asked. Uh oh. Don't get mad? Is that what you're saying? Alright, we'll take a look here and see. Oops. Thank you for your additional oh, have I ever got on you for anything you've ever asked? No. You tune into the radio station. I just, play the music. Alright, so let's take a look here, and thank you for your multiple donations. But any moment, I'm gonna snap, I just know it. No, really, trust me. Alright, okay, and then number 2, okay, and number 3. Alright, so number 1. You know, with these, I feel like they've had so much heartbreak in the past that they really don't want anyone else. I feel like they're just they're happy here. They got the Page of Wands, they have the passion. They feel, the passionate side because they're holding off on emotions, we know that as they're working through opening up their heart more. So I just don't feel like they have any interest in pursuing anything else with anyone else. I feel like they're one person at a time and they've had enough of the, you know, old heartbreak, the old stuff. It just doesn't feel like they're someone who has a lot of time anyway. And I feel like they're so busy in their lives with all the stuff that they're doing that it's not romantic. I feel like it's just you. Is this energy? Let's see what they say here. Well, yeah. Well, we got the 10 of Pentacles, which is the full shebang, the family, the dog, the kids, the money, the home, the family tree. It's just that they're, the Judgment card, they're in this higher calling. They're trying to see things from different perspectives, and they got the Emperor, which is the Aries energy, the newness. I don't feel like they move fast usually in a lot of things, but I also feel like it's like an emperor who is doing emperor things all the time. And so they're so busy, you know. I don't know. There's so many movies. I love watching Korean movie, like old Korean, like movies where they're set in the past when they had emperors and all of the stuff, and they were like always having a hard time seeing their emperor loved because they were so busy doing things all the time. And it's like they almost had a scheduled time to have love and different things. But I feel like this is that they just are figuring things out, and they're getting to the point where they have to be in charge of their empire so that they can make decisions for themselves. I just feel like there's so much going on. So that's what they have for that. Yeah. So number 3, 6 of Wands, victory. Here you go in the spotlight again. You will be seen. It will come forth. You're gonna have so many things in your life. If you go back to those to your reading, it's huge about all the stuff that's coming your way. Every area of your life is gonna bring you something that just has you stand out, and people will just see it. It's the victory. Here's the victory wreath that comes in here too. Got another 6 with equal giving and receiving. You have so much that comes in that it's all about you have enough for you and enough for you to give to others too. And it's trusting the transformation. The 5 of Wands, something that starts off fearing, like fear energy, transforms into something kinder and opening and advancing, helping people get up in the world instead of feeling like it's a competition. It turns out everyone is helping each other along the path so that everyone can succeed. So, there's great energy in there. Yeah. You know, everyone reads at different speeds, so everyone's always on a different page. Hopefully, you're in the same chapter. That is good. That's enough. Yeah. See the Knight of Cups. So it's trusting the path. It's trusting that everything will unfold, and the encouragement. I encourage you just to listen to your reading, just a couple times, just a couple times. Um, Maybe even once a day for a week, and then once a week for a month until things transform, because you do have this, you know all the stuff they said in that reading. It was just I was just very encouraging, just all the stuff unfolding, but it all kind of comes down to the same focus, right? And when we're focused in on those things, that's what unfolds, and takes us in those paths. But when we're focused in on all those things out there, it's what draws us down, right? Because we're like, this defines me, this defines me, this defines me. This isn't bringing me what I need, and and we invite more of it because we're saying, I really enjoy this stuff. Can you bring me more of that? And it's like, well, no, what we're wanting and is what we focus on, right? That little kid, pointing at a little kid goes into a bakery and pointing through the glass at a donut. The banker gives them a dozen of those donuts, and they're like, I hate those. Like, why are you pointing at it? Point at what you love, and I'll give you a dozen of that instead. "Oh, okay. I'm grateful for communication. I'm grateful for time. I'm grateful for a job coming forward that's, um, you know, showing all my strengths and my abilities, and it's like focusing on that. Yeah, it's what it's all about. Everything is about our self development and progression. Everything is a mirror for us, and that's the amazing thing, right? Boom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Love 1234. Thank you again for your extra donation there. I really appreciate that. All righty, everybody. Let me see. Where are we at? Because I'm at 2 hours. Let me just see. Okay, there's one. So it's two, three, four. Okay. I've got like five more free readings. We can do those. So, Mia, you are up next for the free reading. Hello, dear. So, will A want to reconcile with you in the future romantically? you know, we've got the Five of Cups. And so there's a possibility, though slim, that they are going to get past focusing on their lower emotions. I feel like they are just someone who's chronically focusing on what's going wrong and what's not working out in their past pains. I feel like at this point in their life, they are very much about what has happened to them instead of seeing it from a higher perspective for them. They would have to have this enlightenment come in, to be able to initiate new communication and all of that. Slim chance. You're probably like, yeah, okay, move forward into something that where you'll have someone who will be more in alignment with who you really are and with your you know heart and your truths, and where you're at in your life. So there's a slim possibility, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Mia, I would go forward, um, with those cards. So that's what they have for you. You too, love 1234. Let's see here. I think Cambria. Oh yeah. Yeah, you gave me a donation over there. Okay. So we took care of those. And then Alexis, a general, for your birthday. Happy birthday for the 17th. Let's take a look here and see. What do they have here for you? All right. I like it. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight um out of them all, but that's not what I'm excited about. I'm excited that things have been going slow, but here is the Eight of Pentacles that comes after it, which means you've been doing the work, investing all this energy into things, and you're about to see movement. Whatever you've been waiting on to come to fruition, here it comes in the outside world, the Eight of Pentacles. It's the apprentice becoming the master, the assistant manager becoming the manager, the student becoming the teacher, very much progression. So if it was relationship or job or education, whatever it is, you do have this movement coming up, and it's like this recognition for all the work that you've been doing over this last year of your rotation around the sun. Here's fruition coming. So the time of waiting, the time of watching the grass grow has come, and you get to move forward. So I like that for you, Alexis, and happy early birthday to you, and many blessings to you. All right. And then Vidi Jalan, you'd like a general read. So, Vidi, let's take a look here. All right. Well, look at you having the Hierophant. So you are in this movement upward, seeing things from a different perspective. You're in this invitation of your higher self to come higher and see your life from a place of capital T truths. Who do you truly want to be? How do you truly want to express yourself into the world? You're having this wonderful ahas that come in, and you're discovering more and more. It's like you're stepping up the stairs and getting a better view of this, but also better view of your world and an understanding of things too. So I like that. It's seeing things differently is an important part of the message that's coming in there for you. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Rohit Banerjee, you are up next. Is Chitra going to be your future wife? I don't think so. You've got the Page of Cups, which is a new higher love that comes in. I feel like there's someone even more amazing for you that's coming in here. But the Page of Cups does tell me that it's a higher love, it's a different love coming in. So I like it. I feel like there's something more that's revealed um, that brings someone else in, and you're just like, wow, I thought they were amazing, but they are just more. There's like this connection that goes. It's almost like a past life kind of connection. It's just like this knowingness, and I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Rohit. All right, let me just scroll down here. Okay, we completed those and those and those. Let's see. So make sure I'm not skipping over anyone. I thought, hey, there we go. And then Minu, hello, hello. A general read, absolutely. Let's take a look here. All right. You have the sun coming in. So a very bright, beautiful card. Success, victory, bright things coming, light shining on every area of your life. It does reveal some things for you, which is good because it's Leo energy. It's also inner child energy, which means kind of some looking at some stuff that's below the surface because the light shines on everything. So it brings up some things that allow more release. And the more you look at those things, the greater the victory, the greater the brightness that enters your life as well. So there are some things to look at, some old emotional programs that are running from earlier childhood, like 7 years old and younger, some mental thoughts and beliefs that were created between 7 and 14, maybe even some muscle memory of things from 14 to 21. So you have some things you can look at, but there's this great brightness around it all. It doesn't feel like work. It feels like transformation. So I really like it. So that's what they have for you, Minu. Right. Hey, Twinkle. And no, 72. All right. So I'm going to be closing down here. So these will be my last year. Patty, you'll be my last reading, free reading for this evening. If anyone makes a donation, I'll still honor that in this session, but Patty will be my last free one. And before I complete those, just for everyone, I do have a giveaway every Monday where I give away a 30-minute personal recorded reading, at least one. Here's the link for that if you're interested in getting into that drawing. And then also right now, I'm having a Crazy Zen 50% off summer sale on my Hedges of Peace and Love. And that's a link if you want to know more about what those are. And then also on my personal recorded readings. Here's the information on that. And then here's the link if you do want to book any of those. Now is the great chance to do that. And then each week I also put out at least one pick a card reading. The one I put out this morning, early this morning, is how can I transform my sadness? And it's like when we're ready, because there's no judgment on experiencing those emotions. But when we're bored and we're ready to change it, it talks about how we can do that. Three different options to choose from there. And then also, Friday we'll have a new episode coming out. But if you haven't caught last week's Take 10 with Zen, we're talking about does fate exist? It was really cool. And the next two will be talking about different aspects of fate as well. But the first one was about dimensions. The second one was about spirit guides. The third one was about is love real? This one, of course, is does fate exist? So if any of those interest you, be sure to check those out. And that's my little spiel. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. And it's something free you can do. So thank you guys for you that do that. You're part of the love tsunami. So thank you. All right. So, uh, no, 72. You were up next. And then Twinkle, I see your questions next. And then Patty. All right. So, no, 72 or number 72. Will you get in a relationship this year, 2023? Well, with the Chariot card, this is victory and movement and power of choice, which tells me you have a possibility of it, but so much of it rests within moving past expectations and old pains, because the power of choice card comes in and tells us here that we are like, we choose what story we apply to something with our mind, what emotion we feel with our heart, what energy we put forward with our spirit, and what actions we put forward in the physical world. We are the ones that choose all that, and every moment is a choice of the higher vibrations or the lower vibrations. If we focus in on our heartbreaks and the fears we have, not this year. It'll draw those things in, that'll come in. Whereas if we focus on higher vibrational things, then it will draw in higher vibrational things. It all has to do with all the choices that we're making each moment. Are we choosing one or are we choosing the other that are coming in? So that's what's coming in right now. And that was for no 72, Twinkle. So not yours yet. You're like, "Yay, oh, yeah, So that's not even yours. So now you are up. Hey, Lalima, I'm actually done with all my free readings. Patty's gonna be my last free reading, but if you wanna make a donation, I will complete it here. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow night at, 7 PM Mountain Time. All right. So Twinkle, you want to know if Odd A likes you or not? All right. You're welcome. Number 72. No 72. All right. So will they like you or not? Twinkle. Well, we've got the King of Cups here, and this is like this balanced heart and mind. The king rules over the emotions, but all the kings are given a second portion of the mind. And so there's this back and forth between heart and mind. It feels like right now it's undecided, Twinkle. They're like their heart wants to feel and like you, but their mind is scared and has all these rules and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos. So it feels like there's this battle going on between heart and mind. They have emotions for you, but their mind has all this logic and all this stuff that gets in the way. So that's what's going on right now. So that I know, right? But, so it's undetermined, they're still in battle, and the decision has not been made yet, so, um, we can try back another day, see if someone's won, but that's what's coming in right now for you. So many blessings, and Patty, my last free reading for this evening, and a general reading. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit wants you to know? Okay. We do have the 9 of swords, and this is 9 is the endings number. It's the hermit's journey. It's the overcoming of these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets that would, keep you up at night, give you nightmares. It's like what you think of before you go to sleep. You wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it, and then you first thing you wake up in the morning, you're thinking about it. But I like that they have like this bright thought coming in that changes everything, that it blots out, and you're releasing all of these are fears, these fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of losing conditional love, whatever fears those are. It's a good time to journal them, get them out of your head and onto paper, and then it brings light to them. It allows it to be transformed into, something brighter for you, and it has the release of these things that comes in. Yeah, because you even have the hermit card was sticking out. So you definitely have this hermit energy going on for this reflection and seeing what would come in around that. So that's what they have for you right now, Patty. So many blessings to you. And everyone else that was looking for a free reading, that's the last one for this evening. But I will return back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're needing any messages this evening, you can, of course, check out my pick a card readings on my main page. Just follow your heart. There's playlist even by love, for abundance, career, kind of split out too. So if you're looking for a specific area, you might be able to zero them in, but I've got a ton of pick a cards. So but I shall return. I'm so sorry. I know I have to cut it off at some point, otherwise I get burnt out. But I should be back tomorrow night. My dad is going to be in town from Hawaii. I haven't seen him in a while because it's hard to get out there and then to get back to the mainland. So I'll be seeing him tomorrow afternoon or in the morning, so I should be back by 7 p.m. though. So I shall return, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And please know, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, everyone, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there. You take care, and we'll see you soon.